morning, everyone. We are Group 7, Session F. Sanjay Puri, Sunil Saral, Satyensat Mishra, Satyajit Singh, Saurabh Kumar, and we present to you electrons and graphite.
Talking about the industry usage of Let me begin with Graphite India Limited. As the name suggests, it is the pioneer in carbon and graphite products in India ever since it has come into existence way back in 1960s. It is one of the top 5 graphite electrodes market vendors, and the company is also accredited by ISO 9001 and follows the eco-friendly processes. The corporate philosophy of the company lays the accent on ethos of the quality across all its functions, which has culminated to an enviable track record of products and service alike. The major product offerings of this company are graphite electrodes, which finds its application in manufacture of steel and other non-ferrous metals. Next, we have specialty products, which are the Graphite India Limited are the largest manufacturer of synthetic graphite and carbon in India, and also offers specialty carbon and graphite products and machine components for specialized application. Next, we have carbon products, then improvised graphite equipment, which finds an application to handle corrosive fluids in chemical processes industries like chloralkali, phosphate fertilizers, agrochemicals, bulk drug intermediaries, metal processing, and etc. Next, we have glass reinforced pipes. It is Graphite India Limited is a pioneer in this field. And finally, we have Powermex Steel Division, which are high-grade, high-speed steels. The environmental policy undertaken by Graphite India Limited. They believe that protecting the environment is an essential element of their operations. To achieve that, the company is committed to few policies. First is minimizing pollutants in air emissions. Next is upgrading technology level through continual improvement for prevention and reduction of pollutions. Next, the operating and maintaining the facilities so as to comply with the applicable legal and other requirements. What are the green actions undertaken by the company? It conducts business with respect for the environment at each and every stage of its product life cycle across all its plants. As a result, the company is committed to sustainable development. First, graphite and environmental practices. All the processes are treated adequately to protect ambient working conditions and the external environment. Next is low energy consumption. Graphite India Limited has rationalized energy consumption through various means by installation of 18 megawatt hydel power plant in Karnataka, which generates over 50 million units of power. Next, they have environment protection initiatives, which are like installation of oil separation tanks to prevent oil and mixed spills, the installation of maintenance and of effective dust collectors at all dust generating points, a bi-monthly check of ambient and stack air by external agencies. They also have done some substantial investments in various pollution control equipment over the past few years, such as in the ETP incinerators, electrostatic precipitators, dust collectors, etc. Finally, we have the health and safety. The plants have adopted wide-ranging initiatives to protect the health of its employees and the safety for the employees. The some of the safety measures are the all workmen are provided with nose masks, safety shoes, hand gloves, dress and helmets. People working at the height are provided with belts and they work under the supervision of a engineer.
Graftech International Holdings Company is also referred as Graftech. It's an American multinational company and it has a headquarters in Ohio. They have product portfolio in three categories: graphite electrodes, which are recommended for high and ultra power AC and DC furnaces, the low consumption and lower electrode cost per ton electrodes, and LFX electrodes, which are specifically designed for ladle furnace. If we look at the sustainability practices followed by the company, according to the Restriction of Hazardous Substances (RoHS) directive, there are following chemicals which should not be used while manufacturing. These are lead, cadmium, mercury, hexavalent chromium, PBB, and PBDE. According to the Global HSP accountability, the routine identification of hazards, risk quantification, and identification of suitable controls to eliminate or minimize the risk should be followed. They are also using on-site and off-site contractor to ensure that they are capable of performing their work in compliance with applicable requirement. Halogen and antimony are very commonly found chemicals in this industry. Below is the flowchart for halogen testing and antimony testing according to ROHS guidelines. Company is following these two guidelines and they are able to procure an SGS certification according to the European directives which they have passed. They have antimony content and beryllium content where we can see the test result, and they have passed the REACH regulation according to the directives of PFOS. They have also passed the regulation of European Regulation Annexure 17 and its amendments. It can be seen in the third image. In addition to identifying chemicals and removing them through processes, they have also focused on air emission, waste management, surface water protection, groundwater protection, and pollution prevention. With these, they are able to reduce the damage to the environment. They are able to improve generation rate for waste stream, and they are doing surface water assessment as per the government requirements so that water level can be maintained. The ground level water assessment exists for all graphic locations which have the potential for adversely affecting groundwater quality, which include description of hydrology, groundwater usages, existing quality, and government requirement. Pollution prevention is done by initial evaluation of location air, waste, water and pollution prevention practices at each step of the operation. The evaluation is periodically reviewed and updated.
Tokai Carbon Co. Limited is a Japanese company. The company is a developer and stockist of graphite material for use in nuclear power, particularly electrical discharge machine electron, high temperature and mechanical applications. Now, as you can see, this is the sales graph of Tokai Carbon from 2011 to 2015. It has showed a steady increase. After 2014, it has faced a downfall. Now, we need to analyze the performance of why there was a downfall. Now, this was the reason why it fell down: the oversupply of steel from China. Because of oversupply of steel from China, there was a revision in the price of carbon black and it declined a lot, and as a result, the sales decreased. Second reason was there was a low demand of electric arc furnace steel in China. As a result, there was a low demand in carbon and ceramic segment. Company plan of action. Company followed stringent policies which dealt with following areas: reduction of carbon dioxide emission plants per unit, reduction of industrial waste, energy conservation and environmental impact reduction activities related to transport. These are the sustainable practices which the company carried out. High temperature gas was generated by the production of carbon black. They used this high temperature to generate power which provided 24 hours electricity to nuclear communities. There was timely health checkup of all workers employed to create a healthy workplace. Resource conservation, energy conservation, waste minimization were some of the major motives of the company. They followed environmental management system based on ISO 14001. They followed this plan, that is plan, do, check and action. They planned, they executed it at a pilot level, then they checked it, and finally they acted upon
Let us start with some information about Superior Graphite. Superior Graphite has been creating value for its customers by providing superior solutions by utilizing unique techniques, processes, and talent. The company's pioneering approach led to the invention of new patented furnace technology had led a transformational change in its products. Usage of new technology enabled them to use proprietary technology to manufacturing graphite on a continuous basis. Now we'll have a look on the product portfolio of Superior Graphite. The product portfolio contains graphite electrodes, lubricants, silicon carbide shapes and powders, specialty carbon and graphite shapes. Graphite electrodes are used during the production of steel to melt scrap by generating extra heat. Lubricants has two applications. Consumer application includes home, lawn, agricultural, food processes, bakery, and process manufacturing, whereas industry application includes aluminum lubrication solutions and hot metal forming, forging lubrication solutions. Silicon carbide shapes and powders is typically used in toner and advanced ceramic part production. Specialty carbon and graphite shapes are used continuous inline graphitization furnaces, widely known for providing high quality products to demanding markets. Superior Graphite has inculcated in itself a few environmental policies. The policies include protecting the environment while producing profitable products for a variety of industries. The manufacturing facilities are managed in a manner that provides leadership and resources to ensure that environment is preserved. The statutory requirement and the environmental law are abided by at every instance. The facilities are managed in a way that safeguards the health concerns of the workers necessarily. It has also taken in the recent year certain steps to protect the environment, like insulating bare equipment that saved 29966 MBBTU per year at a cost of and cost up to 224746, insulating stream hotlines that saved 3900 MBBTU per year and cost up to 29250, meter recycled water that saved cost up to $8438, and eliminating risk to inert gas and compressed airline walls that saved 234,450 kilowatt hour per year and cost up to 5322. It has also reduced the natural gas consumption by 23%. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Satyajit Singh. I would like to tell about the company SGL Group, which is a leading manufacturers of carbon-based products and the sustainability practices that are followed by it. So it is a global player with 41 production sites together in Europe, US and Asia. What are the major product lines this company has? They are CFM, composites, fiber and materials, GMS, that is graphite materials and systems, PP, that is performance products. What are the major industries these product lines cater to? CFM mainly caters to automotive, wind energy, aerospace, textiles. GMS mainly caters to chemical, mining, metallurgy, semiconductors. PP mainly caters to steel, aluminium, ferrous and non-ferrous. One thing I would like to tell about the company product line, in the CFM category, the company follows or practices sustainability in designing the product itself, because the products are low weight of composite materials. These low weight materials are used in automobile industries or aerospace industries. Because they are low weight, they require uh, less energy consumption. So it can be told that the company has chosen such a product line which requires low energy consumption. As a result, it is following sustainability in the design of the product itself. So, what are the major sustainability practices that are followed by the company? Uh, in addition to this, I'll be mentioning in the next slide. Talking about the sustainability practices, it has an energy management system which is based on ISO standards and a flexible management of production process times. These two things help in reducing the energy consumption in performance product, and which also helps in declining the CO2 emissions. So as we can see from the data only, the CO2 emissions have reduced by 6.5% year on year to 7,78,000 tons. So this is a remarkable achievement by the company. Also, coming to the water requirements, water is mainly required for cooling the parts of the system used in this high temperature production process. What they do is they over 50% of their of the requirements of water they meet from their own well, and after using water for cooling purposes they recycle it and they release it to the natural water bodies like lake, rivers, etc. So on one hand they are not depending on other sources for water, and on other hand they are recycling the water for further use. Then coming to waste, so as we can see from the motto that they give highest priority to avoiding waste, then recycling, then disposing of waste. Focusing on this motto has only helped in reducing the volume of hazardous waste by 10% from last year. So this is also a very good achievement by the company. Then the company also has various training sessions and programs for its employees in relation to safety information. Uh, the company wants to set high standards for safety and to reduce the number of accidents due to safety related issues. Thank you.
Now, after all this, after analyzing all the five companies, we need to see what conclusion can we draw out of the analysis of all these different companies in graphite and electrode sector. The first point would be that shifting towards sustainable operations. This is something all these companies carried out. Second is business strategy to be with sustainability focus. The business strategy they carried out, they followed, included a bent of sustainability in it. This added to the growth of the company. Dominant industry practices leaning towards energy efficiency and alternate sources. Now, since these all sectors included energy and carbon dioxide emission and factors which affected the environment, it required uh, it required some techniques which would ensure energy efficiency. Health and safety remained a prime focus area. Since these companies operated in high alert areas, so it was required the companies needed to ensure health and safety of their workers. Increase engagement in community welfare programs. This is as described earlier. And there was a linked sustainability strategy with economic benefits. Now, sustainability is something which people follow out of pressure, but since we do not want the pressure to get exaggerated, we want to incentivize these programs by giving economic benefits.